Okay. Um, First and foremost, I just want to say thank you guys. I gotta be thankful, and I make these videos with always that coming first. Just because it needs to be something I say as much as I can. So I'm appreciative and thankful to God that I didn't live life like this low life perps. That just kind, that loves the empowerment they get from what they're part of. It could have been maybe me if the option was presented to me. I don't know if I would be strong enough to not want to be participant in this and feel like this empowerment that this trash feel when they think that like what they're doing is when they feel like they're gods doing these things to us. A lot of them are just nobodies, and it's such an easy regard of just the low the effort is just is taking your time, right? You just put effort spending your time doing that, which is good for them. I want them to waste to spend life doing this foulness. But the ease of what it appears to, how easy it is to do what they do, seems to be so easy that you don't need to be the most impressive person. That just shows the level of advancement, the technology they are dealing with or they're part of. That we're talking about something that just anybody can be involved in, participate, and be able to do this part of the job. So I'm so thankful. I'm thankful because I could have been one of these clowns. And what I experience from them is just the things they try to gaslight me or break me down or just make me subscriptive of. It seems like these perps are just like the support or the aid that the government utilize while the technology is rewiring my brain or to destroy my body. It's like they are implementing this technology onto us, onto me, and us as target individual, and they're just like the support of that. They're just the everyday citizen participating in this. And it seems like governmental entities in charge of that are running this program, and part of what they're doing is also utilizing this ecosystem, these regular people to participate. And really some of them just almost like some of them are children. So clearly this level of advancement of technology is something to another level that children can partake. And when I say I'm thankful, I say I'm thankful I'm not one of these regular people, these ordinary people that the government contract to partake in this. That I didn't even have the option. And what these clowns do every day to try to disorient me is like they have to be some they have to like they have to like self-respect. Because on top of that, me, on top of that, I'm somebody who put that in their faces all the time. So I don't even give them the chance to just kind of fantasize fully. I know what you're doing, and I put that in your face, and you're not even going to delude yourself. And they hear that daily, so they cannot really escape. What I'm going to be experiencing, the rage they're getting, is the rage I expose them for what they're truly part of, and whatever I'm going to go through is going to be theatrical for the purpose of negating or try to cover up the fact that I've been putting in their faces the reality of what they're part of, what they truly are, and the facade has been completely destroyed. My facade could be completely destroyed, as in my face, and that. And it's funny, they tell me I'm going to be distributing off, beat my face up and that, because I can always call out the facade, what the front that's put in front of me in regard to this purpose is supposed to make me believe it's a bunch of feminists, adventures, punishers, and all this and that, when in reality they're just a trash the government utilize to break down even women and children. So I call them for the facade. And to negate that's what they say, they're going to beat your facade. I was like, go ahead. Go ahead. To negate the fact that you have a facade to cover up the reality of what this is about. Let's go. That's the kind of clowns I deal with. That's how immature. That's not even mature. The stupid, the moronicness that these clowns have. That's how moronic these people think. To counter Oh, facade, we're gonna beat you, facade. Okay. That facade still destroyed. I guess my facade is gonna be destroyed in this fashion. Your facade is gonna be destroyed in this fashion. And I'm gonna put that in your face. I'll never identify with these things. I know what you guys are. I know you guys are not there are here researching to protect the opposite of that. Actually, the bottom feeders for pedophiles. They're known to be rewiring the brain. Torturing even babies, you fucking clown. Toddlers. That facade is destroyed. You are the people involved in something that threat children. You are working for governmental entity where there's a bunch of pedophiles. You are torturing children, literally killing them. Sexually, by the way, too. Torturing them sexually. Clown ass. Then try to present yourself as a protector of children and women. Disgusting fucks. And they rewind my brain. They want me to identify with this. Say, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's your research. You're mapping it. Trash. They've been doing that for decades, and I put that in your face every day. This mapping has been implemented for so long. They really want me to be subscriptive of it because I guess they look like that's like I know you're playing my brain to make me have these experiences, and then you act like you protect children. They're so foul. And they act like, you know, but now we have that proof. Yeah, there's no proof that you can manipulate the brain to have sexual arousals, right? Trash. And truly, like, they want you to be this rich. It's like, there's no proof that you are literally playing with libidos, right? And they send some childlike people who have no self-respect. I put that in their faces every day. They've been able to manipulate the brain in this fashion, making have sexual arousal since the 50s. There was this clown in the office. She was like trying to act out this just out and nothing. Yeah, fuck you. Try to dismiss how obvious it is, and then no, we can do that. No, as for mapping, we're different. That's how stupid they want me to be. Not approve. Remember, you as a kid, we map to you as a kid with that map in your brain, and we don't do this. We don't manipulate the libido. They said this childlike trash. Like, now we have a proof. Like, yeah, I don't have proof that you manipulate the brain, especially playing with the libido. Not that. You're gonna see a picture of. I wish I didn't have to put filter of these clowns that you use. These kids. I don't want to call them kids. I don't really want to humanize them. This underage trash that the government uses. Being hyped by this entitled fucking. I don't even want to bring up. I think that one should be identifying because they are like looking at you. It's like, I know who I am. You think this thing, your baby like that will make me have this experience? Just play my brain, do your thing, and then act like you're protecting children. You disgusting trash. They've been doing that for decades, years, 50s. In the 50s, they already are here pressing buttons, making people have sexual arousals. And you do that to add the target individual. Some of them are even parents. You fucking low life. Try to gaslight me with your clowniness. Like, now we have a proof you as a kid. We mapped to you. Then use this trash that's nobody's. And I have my proof that you guys are top tier pedophiles. These governmental entities have been known to be pedophiles in an extreme level. But I'm supposed to think, nah, they're mapping me every time I get this sexual arousal, and I'll show you what they just did not too long ago. This is natural. Right now they make me think of when I was looking up and I could see a toddler running around there stimulating me. The libido here as a target individual are utilized in a way that's weaponized. So they manipulate your libido in degrading ways. It's not unique to me. They do that to a lot of target individuals. They have this trash around you that's supposed to make you think that you should feel guilty for how they manipulate you. And really think that you should be subscriptive. You should see how pathetic these low life are, some of them. Like, look at me. Do you think when I look at this trash, like, do you think when you see me, I have doubts of who I am? That you can put doubts in me in that fashion? That you can think I will not know? I'm being manipulated. You think you can tell me who I am? Me. Look at me. When you see me, wait, do you get something like where like I can tell this person who he is, and it's gonna be like, okay. There's no trash. Right now they create mental battles. But a lot of these perps are also like they have no shame of recreating reality in whatever fashion. Not too long ago, somebody said, "The Punisher, Punisher," and they try to twist stories up. Listen, when I was in high school, I was calling myself the Punisher. It's like more of like a sexual thing that I was saying, but I was very much a virgin. You know, like these high school kids who are virgin that just like try to sound like that. That was one of the last virgin. I was like such a late like I was the last one to have sex in the group. But I would be like, yeah, I'm like the punch. You know how you, in high school, virgin as hell. They try to twist it around, put it in college so they could be like, oh, now for Courtney and this and delusional trash. I was calling myself a Punisher when I was a full virgin. Now you're twisting your story around to be like, yeah, you're paid, you're paid. And actually, twisting my memories to make me think that's when I was in high school, boarding school, virgin as hell. And then this trash are trying to recreate their reality in this falsified way. They don't live in reality. They live in their reality, which is, you know what's going to happen. Reality hits. You can't escape reality. And I put that in their faces as they come up with their own little storylines. So disgusting. You'll see a video. I wish I could just unblur the faces of these kids. I don't even want to call them kids. This underage trash. Yesterday I was picking up a delivery, which is funny because everybody participates in this. Listen, I know I'm a puppet and they're enjoying being puppeteer, or at least involving my puppeteer. The guy who's delivering things, he said something about privacy. Okay, I was like, okay, that's weird. And later on when I'm here this morning, they're making me having this imagination of Britney and whatnot, and make me think of something I say, you should have said privacy. I know it's not me thinking like that, I never... it's them just making even that word. It's not like a word I utilize a lot. I mean, I use a lot. Doesn't try to mess with me. It's not a word I use a lot. Okay, so even them just I was like, okay, well, they see they enjoy being part of this puppeteering. You just made me imagine something using the word this man said that I don't say often. And I'm aware of that. They're supposed to be like, yeah, we know you know. You bring my this. That's you just prove that you manipulate me. He says something that I don't say often, and make me imagine that. That's control. I'm a puppet. You enjoy being a puppeteer or part of that. But as this guy was delivering, there's some teenage kids. I know they were teenage kids. Without even looking at them, I could hear them talk, and it's like, this teenagers, this children over there, and this underage trash over there. I have the camera on. I'm like, every time I go outside, I know this. These people want me to identify with how things are being played in my brain, and identify with this. The reason why they have such rage toward me actually is because I put that in their faces, understanding I will never identify with this. I know I'm being manipulated. Like I said, I understand I'm a puppet. You are enjoying being the puppeteer or participating in that, and that's that. But you want me to think that I'm not a puppet in that sense. That I'm not being manipulated in these degrading ways. Then you come out and present yourself as these avengers, protectors. Disgusting shit. They make you experience things so they can present themselves as these researchers that trash. So these kids, they have their short. They try. Listen, they can make me look. You gonna see this thing, but they can make me look at these kids in a sexual way, or even younger kids. You'll see these babies. So this teenage trash wearing their short thinking that there's really nothing, but they try to play in my brain to make me perceive them in a sexual way. In my brain, they try to create a mental battle. Like, yo, there's nothing there, but I know my brain can be played in certain ways. I'm like, yo, this is real teenager there, and try to make me their legs wet. Other poop, you nothing. You do nothing to me. But you can play my brain this fashion. You can see, even when you see their faces, something else. You can see like one of the like teenage trash of them just staring at me, just like wanting me to look at her. And you know, I can see the pressure that they have on them. They put this weight on this low life, huh? Some of them that's gonna frame me. Can you imagine having, as a child, just understanding that you are supposed to pretend you're getting raped? It's gonna weigh on you. Matter of fact, it's going to do more than just weigh on you. It's gonna destroy your life. Not even just today, in the future. You can see her just like, and I'm not even looking at that. I have my camera on. I'm just like here. I'm looking at whatever's around me. And I go back in the video and I see her just like staring. So nasty. The way they manipulate my brain after that, oh my gosh, making me imagine all kind of disturbing sexual act with this kid. That just makes no sense. They're like something with like shorts and try to make me subscribe to this. Ugh. Like, yeah, they'll see it. I was like, trash, you've been manipulating my memories, my thought process, my experiences since 2019, trash. They've been seeing that every day. Clown trash. And they try to make me like, no, they're gonna see that. No life. The thing is, these perps think that, like, they don't know, let me just say this. They think I'm not standing on what I'm saying here. They will try to do this thing in my face. It's gonna be a problem, I promise you. And I'm not even trying to be threatful. There's been thousands of videos of me doing the same thing, showing the same thing. I will never identify with this, but you come in my face, try to gaslight me. I promise you, it's not gonna work out the way you want it. Trash like you who are framing me, involved in the program that torture women and children, and play the protected child. I'm just gonna explode on you. The reason why I was talking about how like they do this to even the babies. This is literally a baby. It's a little girl. And you know, not because whatever it is actually looks more like a little girl with her hair. Oh, I don't know what it is, but this baby here. Stimulation. It's funny. It looked more like a little girl, then it looked less like a little girl, then they start stimulating me more and less, just depending on however they want to. But they do that to babies like that. So you imagine like this teenage trash, it's like 16-year-old, whatever this trash are. Trying to make me perceive them like they were poo. Just disgusting shit. It's okay, I have a whole video of them. Whatever my thoughts go, they made the mistake of being on camera. I don't care how they play my brain, as long as I have you on camera, you're gonna be on YouTube. One of my other videos here. And all this little manipulation and thought process, they're gonna be, look at this trash. They're making me experience this thing when I and then be like, yo, they're gonna see that. They'll see this. Just keep rewinding my brain in whatever ways. I will never identify with this. Individual, stay strong. See this low life for what they are. Death comes to all of us. I will never live the fantasy. Some trash that you grow up. You know what they're talking about? They talk about when I was like 19 years ago. 18 years ago, when I was going to a nightclub with people my age. This trash weren't even born. It's so retarded. When these teenage kids weren't even born, when I was like just a late teen, early 20s. Talk about me going to a nightclub with people my age. These trash were not even born. And try to make me subscribe to this manipulation. The retard fuckers. And they're really making me think like that because make me think when I'm like 19 years old going there. I'm in my late 30s, by the way. Tagging individual. Stay strong and see these clans for what they are.